Welcome to the world united. Welcome to the world united.
आज का पहला वर्कशॉप जो है that is based on holistic health sciences and wellness, and to present and to chair and to conduct this workshop we have a famous surgeon, Dr. Yugandhar, between us. I would like to introduce Dr. Yugandhar. Dr. Yugandhar is a general surgeon, spiritual teacher, a researcher in metaphysics, and a pioneer in transformational medicine. He is a board member and secretary of New Age Doctors and Healers Association, and also secretary of a foundation called the World United, connecting people, their personal and planetary evolution. Now I will request Dr. Yugandhar to please come over. मैं आप लोगों से अनुरोध करूंगा कि कृपया एक बार जोरदार तालियों से डॉक्टर युगांधर का स्वागत करें। एक अनुरोध और करना चाहूंगा, बहुत विनम्र अनुरोध, जो हमारा झुंझुना हमारे पास है, खिलौना हमारे पास है, उसको साइलेंट मोड पर कर दें, अनावश्यक व्यवधान उत्पन्न करता है। धन्यवाद।
Good morning, everyone. For the second day of this magnificent seminar, I appreciate the initiative of the Ujjain Yoga Life Society, particularly Pandit Radhesham Mishraji and Dr. Gaurav, who are the people who invited me from Hyderabad. These type of seminars and conferences and workshops are very much required in the present day life. Otherwise, we live in our own cocoons. We live in our own self-created small worlds. We live in small boundaries. The present era is an era of integration. This is an era of unison. We all need to unite. All the positive forces of the planet need to unite. For the present 6.3 billion population, so many number of conscious beings are required. If I am a conscious being and have similar such at least 1 lakh, 2 lakh conscious beings in the world, these conscious beings' vibrations will change the entire population of the world. So holding our consciousness is everything. That is yoga. Holding our consciousness, persistently not coming out of one center, not willing, not getting influenced by any type of external factors, either familial factors or financial factors or professional factors or even spiritual factors. We should not get distracted by any type of things. This is a true yoga. Yoga is basically, as we all know, connecting the previous speaker was saying, the individual and the cosmic consciousness. What I say today is, myself and the cosmos are not separate. Are not separate. I am one with cosmos. I am cosmos. I am a cosmic being. We think that I am an individual. There is no individual here. If I remove the physical body, what I am? I am basically energy. I am basically consciousness, which will be there even after my death. get ready for the next life, for next karma, next activity, next purpose of life. So who am I? When King Dasharatha called his son Rama and the other son Lakshman, when they were teenagers, and when the father thought that these two boys need to be trained by a teacher, he said, "Come, I will tell you the address of my teacher." In those days, we can't say from Indore you have to go to Ujjain 1 hour towards east, and there you have to find road number so and so. In those days, they say, go in the west direction, you will find a forest, and there you will find a banyan tree. Take left from there, you will find a parnashala. There you will find your teacher. So as per the instructions, the two young boys went there and they could locate the parnashala and knock the door. The teacher Vasishta was in meditation. He said, "Who is that?" When the sound, door knocking sound was heard, he said, "Who is that?" You know the answer of Rama? He said, "To know that I came here. To know who I am, I came here." So Vasishta was so much impressed. And the first message, in the first talk, first word a person delivers, is opening to the world. When you open to the world, the other person will know what you are. Our language, our word is what we define ourselves. Vasishta immediately understood this is the boy, and he trained the two boys into yoga, Vasishta Gita. The dialogue between the Rama and Vasishta is popular as Vasishta Gita. So now, the illusion which makes us believe that I am an individual is wrong. It's only illusion. We are cosmos, we are everything. We need to get connected. So this bridging process is called as yoga. It is not a stage to be reached. It is not a destination. It is not the end. Yoga is basically a process, an activity, a dynamic activity. And yoga, as many people practice, they practice the only physical postures. How about the energy postures? Though there will be a lot of body energy alignment with various types of physical postures, but still the main purpose of yoga is not that. The main purpose of yoga is getting connected to the cosmic consciousness and to become that. Kabir said, "Lali mere lal ki, jit deko tit lal, lali dekhan mai gayi, mai bhi ho gayi lal." I went to see God and I became God. Final purpose of yoga is to become God. No need to pray to God. We are gods. We are all gods. Probably premature gods, not immature, premature gods. On the way to become more mature. Some people have totally realized that they are gods. Once you become God, you don't expect people to pray you. But what we are doing, we are praying to gods, give me that, give me that, give me peace, let whole the world be peaceful. He can't give that. Who is there to give? You are there to give peace. No one else will give peace. If he is able to give peace, what is the fun of creating you? You are here to bring peace to the world by way of practicing yoga. The real yoga, the energy aspects, the consciousness aspects, the enlightenment aspects of yoga. The pratyahara, dhyana, dharana, samadhi, the last four categories. Even if you observe the logo of medical institutes across the world, all medical colleges, dental colleges, paramedical colleges, you will find a typical logo in all countries. What is that called as? Anyone? the logo of health. What is the logo called as? Anyone? No, it is popular as only one word. It is called caduceus. Caduceus. Caduceus is a Greek word. This caduceus symbol was designed by a great Greek philosopher and a yogi called as Asclepius. He used to carry a staff for support when he was old. On the top of the staff was this logo. And this logo was taken as the emblem of health across the world, including the WHO. And even if you see the medical colleges, I have seen the Aurobindo Medical College on my way from Indore to Jain. There is a logo. And even doctors are not supposed to keep the plus mark on their cars. They are supposed to keep the caduceus symbol now. It has now a government policy. This caduceus has two wings and a sword passing in between. Asclepius had two daughters. The elder daughter was called as Hygeia. Hygeia. The word hygiene came from Hygeia, a person's name. That means the prophylactic aspect of health, the preventive aspects of health. Once we are clean, once we practice hygiene, hygiene doesn't mean physical cleanliness. Hygiene, what is meant by psychological hygiene? What is meant by emotional hygiene? What is meant by spiritual hygiene? All these aspects are equally important. We clean our skin, which is only some 3 kilos or 4 kilos of our entire body. And we think that we have taken bath. Have we taken bath really? We have not taken even the bath of our brain. We have not taken our stomach bath, our liver bath, kidneys bath, pancreas bath, bones, muscles. Are they clean? Forget about the mind. Even the daily bath that we do is not sufficient to clean ourselves. And we say cleanliness is godliness. Are we really clean to say ourselves as godly? We need to be psychologically clean. What is meant by psychological cleanliness? Erasing all the thought patterns. Erasing all belief systems. The truth is perceived as belief system. The whole life we are into a belief system, assuming that as truth. So we are carrying a belief system throughout the lifetime, and the same thing is being carried upon to next life. Huge baggage, huge karmic baggage, huge baggage in the form of belief system. And how many incarnations it takes to erase this belief system, to perceive truth as it is. So, psychological cleanliness, psychological hygiene means cleaning away the patterns, cleaning away the conditionings, cleaning away the tendency to get fixed, cleaning away the tendency to believe anything. That is psychological hygiene for me. Always be in a process, not concluding anything, not drawing any inference. No end result here. It is only enjoying the process. What is the ultimate purpose of taking bath? Is there any ultimate purpose? It has to be done in a daily affair. We just take bath, rub our skin with soap, pour some water and think that we have taken bath. How about psychological hygiene? Just like there is no ultimate purpose of taking bath, there is no ultimate purpose of psychological hygiene. We need to take bath. We need to be clean. That's all. So, a yogi, a master of yoga, is he who is psychologically clean, who maintains a pure psychological hygiene, the best prophylactic aspect of yoga, psychological prophylaxis of yoga. There is something called as emotional hygiene. What is that? We have intelligence. We score very good marks in our school. We have done PhDs, we have done post-graduations and so many things. When someone says you are an idiot, he feels very much hurt. And in fact, most of the people think that they are unworthy. For example, if I go to the marketplace of Ujjain, what is the most popular marketplace of Ujjain? What is, can somebody tell? Huh? Freeganj, yeah. Yesterday I have seen Freeganj. This is my first visit to Ujjain. Fortunately, yesterday I had been to Freeganjas. If I go there in the peak evening hour, 6 p.m. to Freeganj and say loudly, idiot! What will happen? Everybody will turn towards you. Am I right? Why? So everybody inherently think and feel the unworthiness, personal unworthiness. A yogi is he who knows his worth and he stands there at the center, focused, never comes out of it. He is the person who is the master of emotional hygiene. He is not influenced by emotions, wrong emotional vibes. For example, Gautama the Buddha was traveling from place to place when he was alive in that incarnation, 2005 years back. And when he was about to approach a forest, the nearby dwellers, the villagers came rushing to him, say, "Sir, kindly do not go this way because there is a big villain called as Angulimala who kill people and cut their thumbs and makes a garland. And by the time Angulimala has already collected 999 thumbs and only one was left. He was waiting for that 1000th person to be killed." Gautama, the Buddha, the enlightened one, the Buddha means one who has buddhi, not intellectual buddhi, emotional buddhi, spiritual buddhi, all types of buddhi. Buddhi, the real buddhi means erasing the mind. Not having mind is called as buddhi. It may appear to be controversial or wrong, but the enlightened man doesn't have mind. That's why he's very happy. People who are like Buddhas and who are like buffaloes are happy. People in between Buddha and buffalo, they're unhappy always. Am I right? So, buffalo doesn't have mind, Buddha doesn't have mind. That's why he's called as Buddha, no mind. He's always neutral, not taking any stance. He's emotionally stable, focused. When villagers told like that, Gautama Buddha, yes, this is the person I'm waiting for. He was thinking inside and just traveled. And naturally, the followers or his disciples were also following. After some time, there was a huge gap between the Buddha and the followers. And the character Angulimala was sitting on a big boulder, waiting for this person, approaching and felt excited. Yeah, today is my day. 1000th person is coming. When Buddha was approaching, very near, few feet away from Angulimala, Angulimala somehow felt, this is not the right person. He looks so holy, like a child, like a god. I should not kill him. So he said, stop. You know the answer given by Buddha? I have stopped myself long back. It is you who have not stopped. What is meant by that? He has stopped long back. Matlab, he is already in a center, enlightened, has already become yogi. He will never reduce his vibrational level. He can never reduce his consciousness level. He will never reduce his personal energy level. He will never reduce it in any given situation. Even if he is sleepless, traveling, walking, eating, taking bath, he maintains his status, energy status. He is a pure yogi, the Buddha. It's you who have not stopped. You couldn't understand. So, after some time, Angulimala, when he realized that he is the enlightened one, he became a disciple of Buddha. So the final purpose of practicing yoga is that having emotional hygiene, not only physical hygiene. We say we have created rules, yama, niyama, rules, strict rules, ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya. All this, we know all these rules. We say ahimsa. What is that? We practice yoga for 1 hour, and for lunch we ordered butter chicken. What is that? And evening prawn fry. So in some countries people eat everything that flies, crawls, creeps, walks, and we say ahimsa. I am practitioner of yoga. I am yoga teacher or yoga practitioner. What is that? Eating dead bodies. Our body is not a graveyard to dump all these dead bodies in our stomach. So if still there are any meat eaters here, kindly be a vegetarian. Vegetarian is the real food. Don't eat dead bodies of hen, sheep or anything. So that is a true ahimsa. Not only that, just food. Troubling people, torturing people, just for the satisfaction of your denser personalities, egoistic personalities. That's all himsa. So let us forget about the rules and come to spiritual hygiene. What is that spiritual hygiene? In Gita, Krishna told, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid datati siddhaye yatadamapi siddhanam kaschin mam vedi tattataha. So, of the 1,000 people who practice yoga or meditation or penance, only one will at least understand. Out of 1,000 people who understand, only one become yogi. He is dear to me. So, there are so many yoga practitioners across the world. There are so many yoga studios, yoga centers, yoga universities, mushrooming across the world. I met B.K. Iyengar last year. Though I've been in touch with him for the past 1 decade. I invited him as a speaker last year in 2009 December. We have conferred a Lifetime Achievement Award to him under the aegis of the World United. I appointed a friend of mine to receive Iyengar from the airport, Hyderabad airport. From the baggage compartment to the exit point is a long corridor. And he came with his associate, who is 30 years younger to him. And that man was gasping for a breath after the long walk. And when Iyengar was offered a wheelchair or something to carry him, or battery car, he deferred. He came walking like God. And my friend, who doesn't practice yoga at all, who doesn't practice meditation at all, just being sympathetic towards me to have Iyengar with us, he bent and touched his feet. I don't know how I felt. I don't know what happened to me. I just touched his feet. He's a 92-year-old young man, walking straight. And when they just sat into the car, he asked the driver, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Paramveer Chakra." Iyengar laughed, and the laugh was so shattering that it was as if the glasses of the car are going to explode. A true yogi, I was fortunate to have a one-to-one discussion for at least 3 to 4 hours with him, when he narrated about his entire life, how he started this training. When he didn't have a single ana means the even primordial icon of paisa. People never used to pay him for yoga training. He used to go train people, come with empty stomach, not even food. And he used to cross rivers by swimming to teach yoga. And when he was in Mysore, some company invited him to train yoga in that company in 1950s. Paying 3,000 rupees per month. And after 2 or 3 years when he worked, the company said, "Nobody is there to learn yoga, sir. Sorry." And he could not go back to Mysore. Already he got acclimatized to the environment of Pune, finally got settled and started training people. He studied only 5th standard and speaks beautiful Oxford English. Beautiful English. A lively person, a true yogi. He is not just a man of postures. He is not a man who teaches some therapeutic asana for lower backache or headache or whatever. Not just that. The qualities of yogi I have seen in him. And let us come to spiritual hygiene. So, why I am telling is, there are so many people who practice spirituality or yoga. There are spiritual teachers, spiritual trainers, spiritual ambassadors, spiritual book authors. There are spiritual time passers also. They keep on going to every seminar and workshop, but they don't carry anything in their mind. They don't learn anything. But just like that, they want to attend. There are spiritual businessmen, spiritual workshop participants, all types of people are there. But I put a question, how many are spiritual practitioners? Are you practicing spirituality? Are you practicing yoga? Practicing yoga doesn't mean just hatha yoga, putting your leg here, this leg here. No. You cannot see any spiritual master like Buddha. Have you seen spiritual master like Buddha putting asanas? He's always a meditation pose. Have you seen Krishna? Have you seen Jesus, Shirdi Baba, Mahavir, Confucius, Socrates, Lao Tzu? You can't see because they are the true yogis. They have ascended. That is, remember all the yoga practitioners of Ujjain here. We want ascension. We need to practice the true principles of yoga. Don't force yourself to get up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock and practice 1 hour of this yoga asanas and think that you are a yogi or yoga practitioner or yoga teacher or trainer. It's not that. Yoga is very much deeper and subtle. You need to practice the consciousness aspects of it. You need to practice the energy aspects of it. You need to practice the spiritual hygiene. Don't assume, don't think like that. I am a yoga teacher or trainer. It is so difficult. I visited so many times the Uttarakhand part of Himalayas, met so many spiritual masters who never come out of their caves, who never try to mingle with people, who are pure hermits and recluses. I had a passion for the past 20 years. I've been to so many people, some people who are called as physical immortals, living for 500 years or so. Why all these people are training themselves, living in small holes? Why? Because they understood the consciousness aspects of yoga. And as I told, consciousness is everything. We are basically units of consciousness, holistic consciousness, distilled consciousness. But the common man state of affairs is, he is basically a fractured being. His consciousness is fractured, his consciousness is fragmented, his bits and pieces. That's why something called as yoga is required to unite all these bits and pieces. We always say, who am I? Who am I? In this life, I am a general surgeon, cutting people for the sake of health and saving lives. In my immediate previous life, I was a soldier. With the practice of meditation, I came to know that I was a soldier, cutting people, but for killing, murdering. Before that, I was a Lama, as a Buddhist, a bachelor, a recluse in Tibet. Before that, I was a Sufi dervish. Then who am I? I am today born in a Hindu family, but I don't practice any type of Hindu rituals. I don't ask Krishna or Shiva or any Parvati, Madam, kindly give me post-graduation seat, or kindly give me 10 lakh rupees, I have need. I never asked. If at all I ask, even I don't ask for enlightenment. because it is not something to be given. Spirituality is something which cannot be taught. Please remember, which cannot be taught. Yoga is something which cannot be taught. Yoga asanas can be taught. But real yoga, the spiritual hygiene aspect of yoga cannot be taught. If you are eligible, if you are deserving, it comes. The entire cosmos will conspire, create ways and means to give you enlightenment. If you are deserving guy, if you are ready for that knowledge. So what I request you, all of you, is be ready for that knowledge. Be ready for that higher consciousness. Be willing to open yourself. Erasing all your belief systems aside. Open. Resonate with the cosmic vibrations by practicing all this. The true physical, psychological, emotional and spiritual hygiene. That is one wing of caduceus, the prophylactic aspects, named after the elder daughter of Asclepius. The second wing is called as Panacea, named after the second daughter of Asclepius. Panacea means in Greek treatment, therapeutic. Sir, we are unable to practice because I am having diabetes, having underwent by bypass surgery, or having arthritis, headache, having family problems. My wife doesn't cooperate, kids do not cooperate. I am already a spoiled guy, sick guy. Sickness, psychologically sick, spiritually sick also. What I have to do? Damaged guy already. Therapeutic. So these people need to practice even more regularly, even more sincerely, even more seriously. Attending all satsangs wherever they are. Enhance their vibrational status. So that is the therapeutic aspects of yoga. There are so many spiritual organizations to help you. And also, I also find that when somebody who is practicing spirituality or yoga or meditation, how he introduces himself? I am a yoga teacher or a practitioner from so and so school. I am from so and so organization. And entire lifetime he is in that organization. The word organ and organization, they go together. That means they are not complete. Organizations are not complete. They are already segmented on part of it. You learn, organization should be like a service station. You know, you don't keep your car forever in service station. When there is some problem, you take that to service station, get that rectified or repaired, get it back. So all organizations should be like service stations. If mind is power station, organization should be like a service station, the therapeutic approach. So I request all the organization leaders also to act like a service station. We should not do in an imposing way, the authoritative way, as if, you should not say as if this is ultimate, this is final, this is the highway. A spiritual practitioner, a true 24-carat gem in spirituality, never practices that path which he is already in. He chooses a pathless path. He doesn't go on already a laid way. You have to create way. A spiritual practitioner, a yogi creates a way. It doesn't traverse all in the laid way. Creating a way is the yogic path. Creating a new way, unexisting, a new way based upon you are brought up, your thinking, your personality and incarnational cosmic or karmic baggage. Based upon that you create a way. That is the true yogic path. That is the true meaning of yoga or caduceus, the therapeutic and prophylactic aspects. And in between a sword passes, in the logo of caduceus, in between, which goes through all chakras from Sahasrara to Mooladhara. So, a practitioner of yoga is very much aligned with energy, is very much aligned with cosmic consciousness, which is not separate from him. A cosmic being like Buddha, there is no personality there. In Buddha, there is no personality because he doesn't have any mind. He is already a cosmic being. We have to become that cosmic being. The purpose of any human being Be it a doctor or engineer or a housewife or a yoga practitioner or a student or a politician or a businessman, whoever it is, the primary purpose of any human being is to become a yogi, to become an enlightened one. So let us not waste time and our energy practicing trivial things, bothering about trivial things. Let us aim for the highest. Let us aim for enlightenment. So that is the true yoga. And how to achieve? How to achieve? We have just understood what has to be achieved. Now how it has to be done? So it has to be done by shifting our perspective from who am I to what am I? People say, who am I? If you put a question, who am I? Ramana Maharshi told, who am I? Continuous self-inquiry. What am I? I am basically consciousness, pure consciousness. But unfortunately, because of my parents, my school, my teachers, my colleagues, I have become a personality, having likes and dislikes, having some tendencies, some inclinations, some propensities, all these type of things, susceptibilities, vulnerabilities. So, by practicing some methods, we become that pure consciousness. Let me come to that point. As we have been hearing since yesterday, yoga is a way of life. It is not a practice to be done for 1 hour. Even if you practice for 1 hour a day, it does mean that 23 hours in a day you are a non-yoga practitioner. Am I right? So when you are 23 times non-yoga practitioner, who are you basically? You are fundamentally, you should introduce as, sir, I am non-yoga practitioner for 23 hours a day. Be honest. So, yoga is a practice which is a 24-hour affair. How? Let us think and listen carefully. We have different types of yogas again, like Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, what else? Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga. I am taking 4 categories now. What is that? Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Yeah, we may say Hatha Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Laya Yoga. Okay, there are all. We can create any word. Millennium Yoga, Power Yoga, New Age Yoga, Quantum Yoga, whatever. There are so many types of yoga. So basically, I am taking 4 categories. Hatha Yoga is only physical, very, very physical. That is not a complete thing. Even these 4 yogas I am taking are not complete. So, first thing is Jnana Yoga. What Jnana Yoga is going to teach? Shraddhavan labate jnanam we say. There is something called as Shraddha. Shraddha means sincerity. A person who is sincere in his path, he alone gets the knowledge and wisdom. When you are not sincere, you are a sinner. When you are practicing anything without sincerity, that is wrong. Before practicing anything, practice sincerity first. Before practicing any yoga, what you have to understand is, understand the value of the practice which you are going to do. That is the real Jnana Yoga. Understanding what you are going to do. I am replacing the word spirituality with a new word called understanding. For me, understanding is a beautiful word, magnificent word than spirituality. Spirituality is a word which is loaded, used by all idiotic minds, idiotic mouths. Tarnishing its beauty, magnificence. Because of its overusage, excessive usage, it is losing its own charm and magnificence. So today, let me use the word understanding. Understanding is everything for me. Jnana Yoga, the key word in Jnana Yoga is intent. Intent. What is intent? Intent means willingness to learn. Are you willing to become a Buddha? How many hands? Raise your hands. Are you truly willing to become Buddha? One hand I'm seeing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, half hand, one finger like this. So, we are unwilling to become Buddhas. How? If we are unwilling to become Buddha or enlightened man or yogi, how can you become that? You will never get a thing which you don't need. You will never get a thing which you don't want. If you want a thing, you should say to the world, yes, I want this. I want to become Buddha. Announce to the world, I want to become Buddha. Yes. Then you will become Buddha. Till then, no. You will be somewhere between buffalo and Buddha. Unhappy always. So, the key word in Jnana Yoga is intent, willingness to learn, willing. The only strength of any human being is willingness to learn. Please understand this point. The only strength of any human being. People say there are so many positive points. I have confidence, self-reliance, helping, cooperative. All these things are ramifications, are bifurcations, are branches of one single stem called as willingness to learn, which is otherwise called as intent. That is a key word, intent. Your entire strength, the strength of any being is intent. If you see the Olympians who bring gold medals to their countries, what is your strength? What made you to earn a gold medal? He said, I'm willing. It is not his practice. His willingness created a practice. So his intent has brought everything to him. Why only Gautama became Buddha? Why only Jesus became a Christ? Why only Krishna became enlightened? Why not everyone? Because these are the people who practiced intent. It doesn't come on its own. It is something to practice. Intent gives you power. Not power over others. Power for yourself. A self-power. So that is a key word of intent. Intent is like a train, engine. If engine is not there, all the compartments are useless. Engine is the driving force for the entire train. Intent is the driving force, the first step. If there is no engine, your life is insipid. You will be practicing this and that, but never understanding what you are doing. So, understanding what you are doing is a part of intent. What you are doing actually, I am practicing yoga, fine. What you are doing actually? You are doing some asanas as taught by your teacher. Finally what? Just don't get satisfied just because your lower back has gone or your blood pressure has reduced or migraine pains have reduced or knee pains have been reduced. Don't have simpler satisfaction level. You should aim high. That aiming high, the ability to aim high is called as intent. This is the key word of Raj Yoga, Jnana Yoga. When it comes to Raja Yoga, we are going to practice it also today for a few minutes. The key word for Raj Yoga is meditation. There are so many methods of meditation. When I was doing my final year MBBS in Kurnool Medical College, AP, Andhra Pradesh, I used to read a lot of books of Osho from between my 20th and 23rd year. I was fascinated. Wow, what this guy is. Beautiful. So fascinated. So the last 10 days of my MBBS career, 3 of our friends took a old car from Kurnool to Pune. That was my first visit to Pune. And there, inside the ashram, people are walking slowly. And there was a board, walking meditation. Some vegetables were there at one corner, radish, potato, beetroot, all these type of things. And there is a board, chopping meditation. I have a lot of hatred towards some people, I chop vegetable thinking that fellow in the potato. So that some catharsis happen, emotional catharsis happen, chopping meditation. So there are so many methods that have been described in the name of meditation. But what I would like to say is finally, it is the breath which connects you to cosmic consciousness. Finally the breath, that's the bridge. That is the only bridge. The word spirituality came from Latin, spiritus. Spiritus in Latin means breath. Spirituality means breath. Breath is everything. It is a connecting link. We don't know, unfortunately, how to breathe even. We don't know. Most of the human beings, 99% of the human beings do not know how to take breath. Taking breath means not taking atmospheric air. Even if you are conscious or unconscious, lungs will take involuntarily. Even if you don't want to take breath also, lungs will take automatically, forcing you. Because of the normal negative pressure that is inside the lung. See, even a baby who is born into this world, in the womb he stays for 9 months, am I right? In 9 months, the chamber called as womb was totally dark, pitch dark. There is no light. Even if the baby wants to see his hand, he can't see. So, whether he closes the eye or opens the eye, doesn't matter for him. And there is no air in womb. The baby inside the womb doesn't take breath. How is it possible? Because it is surrounded by amniotic fluid. So, entire oxygen and energy requirements come through umbilical cord. It can't take even breath. And it is warm with the temperature of mother. The most comfortable temperature is our body temperature. 37 degrees centigrade is warm. Suddenly, after 9 months, a passage gives in. Suddenly, the stuck will get out of the chamber. He's surprised. So many lights. After 9 months, a baby is exposed to light. Sudden light. This light is very dramatic. The entire body will shiver. The temperature is very chilled atmosphere in labor room. And sounds. The doctor says, hey, come out, push, push, push. Confused. He's terrified. And when he doesn't cry, he is hanged upside down in the ankles and buttocks were slapped. See, we were all slapped. And most importantly, the gushing of air into the lungs. That was strange phenomena. The atmospheric pressure in the lungs was -2 to -3 millimeters of mercury. Outside is 76. Because of huge pressure gradient, the lungs automatically sucks the air. That is a big shock. All these factors create a big shock. That's why we forget our previous lives. That's why we forget from where we have come from. We immediately forget and start as a new individual here. The breath has created so much of shock. We have blocked all our memories. And the same breath has to connect. Yesterday, Hansaji was telling, you find where you have lost. Similarly, you find where you have lost. You are lost in your breath. We have forgotten how to breathe. Take breath. For the 6.3 billion population in the world, there are 6.3 billion types of breathing methods. Do you know that? Every individual's breathing pattern is different. Not even your husband's, yours and kids' patterns are same. And even for individual, the breathing pattern in the morning, evening, afternoon, during stress, during sleeplessness, during sleep, when fighting, when driving, everything is changing. But again in the same pattern for an individual. It is highly a dynamic activity. How to regulate it? That is the Raj Yoga meditation. The breath connects you to the cosmic consciousness. We have to practice. So let us practice for 5 minutes today. Now I will teach you how to practice this. It is very simple. Just sit straight in your place. Sit straight. Take off your caps and take off your spectacles. They are not required now. Sitting straight is most important. Even in non-meditative, non-practicing hours also, sit straight. During my first 20 years, forget about the early childhood, I never leaned back in my sofa or chair. I never leaned back. I was afraid. When I leaned back, I used to think that my consciousness will go. But when I entered medical college, people will think, oh, this will always sit straight. What is happening to him? So I started pretend and somehow I changed personality. But I always say, advise, probably impose people to sit straight always. Sofas have created non-spirituality to the world. Remove all sofas. Don't sit. Sofas are people. Allow guests to sit. You don't sit there. Don't sit any chair with gives you backrest. Your spine is your natural backrest. When you sit straight for a few minutes without doing anything, you will become composed. You become calm. Just sitting straight. Sitting straight doesn't mean hyperextension of your spine. Even if you hyperextend, the spine is never straight. It has got two S-shaped curves. But the two S-shaped curves should be in normal alignment. When you keep your spine straight, you become naturally composed. And keep your hands like this. Where? On your lap. All these gods, Krishna, Jesus, Shirdi Baba, Dhaneshwar, Mahavir, all these people meditated. We too have to meditate. When we pray to Mahavir, he can't give you enlightenment. When you pray to Sachin Tendulkar, he can't give you cricket. And create a prayer. Sachinaya Namaha, Om Sachinaya Namaha, Siksaraya Namaha, Boundary Namaha. You can't give cricket. You take and pray, Einstein Namaha. Put Einstein tilak here. Einstein on your watch. Einstein photo in your purse. You will never get physics. You have to practice. You have to do what they have done. If you want to become cricketer, you have to go take bat and ball and play. Similarly, if you want to become a yogi, if you want to become Buddha, Krishna or Jesus or Mahavir, you need to practice. So keep your hands like this. Drop your shoulders. The most important, drop your shoulders. If you see the movies of China movies, American movies, see Japanese and Chinese movies, their shoulders are dropped as if they know nothing, innocent. They're not pompous. They're not showy. When you see, please don't misunderstand me if any American is sitting here. Western thinking and body language, showy. If they know 1%, they behave as if they are 100%. But when it comes to Japan, China, and some pockets of India, even if they're 100%, their shoulders drop. Drop your shoulders. When you drop your shoulders, you will become surrendered to cosmos. Please understand, drop your shoulders. Relax your body. Accept spine. Accept spine. And close your eyes. Close your eyes. We need to close our eyes. Because practicing meditation is going within, a journey of going within. Take off your glasses, please. Don't wear glasses. Don't wear spectacles. When you close your eyes, spectacles are not needed. Take a deep breath. Slow breath. Slow and deep are the key words in practicing meditation or Raj Yoga. There are no 100 methods of meditation. Even if there are 100 methods, breath is the main point. And don't open your eyes. Take a slow and deep breath. When you inhale, let your hands lying on the lap move forward. The umbilical point should move forward. That means you are to take abdominal breathing only, no chest breathing. He who takes breath in the chest is mentally handicapped, spiritually handicapped. Chest breathing leads to stress. Only abdominal breathing. Child's breathing, master's breathing, yogi's breathing, natural breathing. In the Buddha's lap, the hands touch a point called as hara, 2 inches below the navel. That is a point where your hands touch the abdomen. That has to rise up. So that you sensitize that point. When you take breath, that point, at that point, the hand should move forward a little bit. Only abdominal breathing. No jerks, no pauses. It should be like flow of oil. Tiladara, flow of oil, not like flow of water, which is turbulent. The flow of oil is smooth. Yogi's breathing has got a smooth breathing. No turbulence, no jerks, no waves. Flow of oil, smooth, relaxed. Kindly do not open your eyes. When you exhale, smooth exhalation. Slowly the abdomen is going in. When you inhale, your abdomen is coming forward. While you exhale, it is tucking in, going in. No jerks, no pauses. Slowly take breath, slowly exhale, nothing else. Forget about Ujjain, forget about your external activities. Take a breath, sit straight. Sit straight. Take a slow breath. Let the breath go into your abdomen while you inhale. Also observe the meeting points between inhalation and exhalation. They are very important. The dead space, that millisecond space between inhalation and exhalation. And also exhalation and inhalation. These are the 2 points which connect you to the cosmos. How inhalation is getting converted to exhalation and vice versa. The meeting point, smooth point, the fine point. And when you do with sincerity. I told already, sincerity. Put all your energy here. No other activity outside. Close your eyes, don't open. Only the sincere people are intelligent people. Only the sincere people deserve to live on this planet Earth. Unsincere people should stay there in astral worlds. They should not come to physical world. When they become sincere, when they think that they are sincere, they should take birth. Otherwise, till then they should stay back. Smooth. The key words are smoothness, smooth breath, slow. Don't force. And be sincere. Relax your body. Except spine. Spine should be straight. Comfortably straight. Don't lean back. Don't bend forward. Straight, perpendicular from your base. Every exhalation melts your conditioned mind. Exhalation is very important than inhalation in Raj Yoga, in meditation. While you exhale the thinking patterns. You exhale your idiotic mind, the foolish mind, insincere mind. unintelligent mind, conditioned mind. You erase that, exhale that. You exhale the thought patterns, not thoughts, patternized thinking. You exhale your psychological habits whatsoever. Exhale. While you exhale, yes. All the human beings are stuck up in their heads. That's why we are not connected to cosmos. When you meditate, the point where your hands are touching your lap, abdomen, that point, otherwise called as hara, that connects you to the cosmos. All yogis are abdominal in nature. Their mind lives in abdomen, not in the head, skull. Their way of living is by intuition, not by intellect. They are children, true children. Unless you become child, you cannot enter the kingdom of God, said Jesus. We have to become children. Children are never childish. Only adults are childish. We are all childish beings. Our purpose of life is to become a child, to become animal. Who practice the perfect breathing, abdominal breathing, yogic breathing? For whom breathing is natural, enlightening breath. When you breathe like this, don't open your eyes and listen carefully. You breathe energy, not just atmospheric air. Breathing energy is called as meditation. Breathing consciousness is called as meditation. The more you become conscious of your breath, the more consciousness come into your mind and body. Consciousness begets consciousness. Concentration begets concentration. Invest 2 units of conscious effort. Invest 2 units, you will get 200 units. We know only financial investments. Let us practice consciousness investments. Let us practice energy investments. This energy and consciousness investments are called as meditation methods. Let us practice consciousness quotient. No intelligence quotient. Intelligence quotient is for mundane people, not for yogis. Yogis need consciousness quotients. The breath connects you to cosmos. You are cosmos. Cosmos is not separate. Becoming a cosmos is the ultimate purpose of the cycle of incarnations. That happens only through breath. When you practice this type of breathing, all your conditioned breathing methods will go away. Even while you are driving a car, while walking, while talking, while eating, your breath should be abdominal. You have to practice so much regularly that this abdominal breathing or yogic breathing becomes normal to you, natural to you, in any given state of affairs. I take only abdominal breath. I do not take chest breathing. Even if I don't sleep for 2 days, I take only abdominal breath. Even while doing surgeries, I take only abdominal breath. My breath count has become 6 to 7 per minute now. Slow, steady, smooth, sincere, subtle. Now, slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Don't clap. Just relax. Stay in that mind and listen. Now, we have practiced or spent or invested few minutes of our life for Raj Yoga. You may be practicing lot of methods, but whatever that you do, finally understand, please understand that breath connects you to cosmos. Abdominal breathing, yogic breathing, that should become natural to you throughout your life. That is a must for every human being. Unless you practice, you cannot see anything in life. To practice anything is very easy. There is no practice in the world which is difficult. But to be a practitioner is always difficult. Am I right? To be a practitioner is always difficult. Involving oneself in certain practices is never difficult. But to be a practitioner becomes difficult. Why? Because we don't understand the need of it. A yogi understands, or yogi is the first quality is, he knows his needs. His need is to become increasingly conscious. His need is to become increasingly energetic. Not muscular energy or bone energy, inner energy. That which stays back even after death. We say demise. Demise is a beautiful word, Latin word. Demise means vacating and shifting to another place. So after death we don't die. There is no death for us. Only physical bodies die. We go to other worlds, other frequencies, other vibration worlds. So practice of Raj Yoga is meditation. So intent is the key word for Jnana Yoga. Practicing intent, willing to learn, is 25% of yogic practice. If you draw 4 segments, one segment is Jnana Yoga, it is only 25%. Meditation, even if you practice this every day, even the breathing, abdominal breathing becomes your natural state of affairs in non-meditative hours. Even that is only 25%. The third thing is Karma Yoga. What is that? What is Karma Yoga? As we understand Karma Yoga, it is not just doing our duties. It is not fulfilling our responsibilities. How we are doing is the question. How? It is not the point of what. It is a question of how. How? The answer to the question how is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga says that not to lose your energy during non-meditative hours. People who are not trained, people who are childish, immature, unintelligent, are experts in losing energy, are pioneers in losing energy, whatever that they do in non-meditative hours. They are trained to lose energy, they are conditioned to lose energy. When you talk, let only talking comes. When you listen with your whole body, not ears. Patanjali said, Shravana. Mahayogi, Mahavir was a master of Shravana. He is the epitome of Shravana. He was not a talker, he was a listener, Shravana. When you practice listening, the whole cosmos is ready to tell you something. You will be open to cosmos. So Karma Yoga says, do not lose your energy or consciousness at any given moment. We lose energy by unnecessary talking. We talk about all idiotic things of the world. Talking about the person who is not existing in front of us. Talking at his back. Talking about politics. All unrewarding talk. If you talk, it should be rewarding to you or others. All unrewarding talk is bullshit. You lose energy. All unrewarding thinking is idiotic. So, when you cut all the unnecessary thinking, unnecessary talking, then you stay focused. That is called as karma yoga. In all the non-meditative hours, what you have to practice karma yoga. So the key word of karma yoga is energy conservation. Patanjali says it as prajalpa rahitya. Prajalpa means spending energy. Rahitya means arresting that spending, conserving energy. That is the key word of karma yoga. In the non-meditative words, at any given moment, we should question ourselves, am I losing energy now? By listening to this fellow, or talking to this fellow, or doing that work, or doing this work, am I losing energy? Am I doing this activity in an unfocused way? When your mind says, yes, stop it. Stop. Get focused and do the activity. So, this is the practice of karma yoga. Yogis, all yogis of the world did that. Why not you? Why not me and others? We need to practice. This is the way we have to talk. When you are focused, then only talk. Otherwise, don't talk at all. When you are focused, then only listen. Don't listen at all. When you have to take up, when you have to drive a car, when you are focused, then only drive a car. That is the true karma yoga. And it is again only 25%. When you conserve energies in the non-meditative hours, this conserved energy will be very much useful to bring more quality in meditation. Am I right? So the what you are in the non-meditative hours becomes a base for what you will be during the meditation hour. When you practice more meditation, more ability to conserve energy in non-meditative hour will come. The more you conserve energy in non-meditative hour, the more the quality of meditation. It's all mutually cooperative, mutually helpful. So karma yoga is again only 25%. So the next yoga, bhakti yoga. What is this bhakti yoga? As I told, it is not just asking Balaji or Mahankali or Shiv or whatever gods. I want money, sir. I want this problem to go away. That is not that. He will not solve your problem. What you have to do is, Bhakti Yoga teaches only one thing: surrender to the cosmic consciousness. Prayer is not a word, a key word in spiritual science or spirituality. Meditation is a key word. In Bhakti Yoga, which has to be practiced regularly, most regularly, which is the 25% of the holistic practice of spirituality, the key word is surrender or detachment. Detachment won't come like that. It has to be practiced. What is detachment? Detachment means not to get excited for what you get, and not to get depressed for what you lose. When you get a beautiful offer, Mercedes-Benz car, because you have purchased a clothes in Indore shopping mall, you get excited, and the next minute you receive a phone call. Sorry, it's not you, it is some other number. What will happen? Depressed. The people who get excited to this much of level has got the same amount of tendency to get depressed in the same level. People who get excited to this level will get depressed to only that much level on the opposite side. A person who doesn't get excited for whatever that he gets, there is no way that depression can catch him up. No way. So, a yogi is he who is at the meridian. He doesn't fluctuate with the situations of life. It is something to be practiced. So, we have to think frequently, if you are excited for what you are getting, oh, stop. Because next moment you will get depressed. What you are stopping here is the tendency to get excited. Then you will stop the tendency to get depressed. So that is the true detachment. The Bhakti Yoga teaches you to detach. The key word of Bhakti Yoga is detachment and surrender. We should not live in a sense of achievement. If you don't practice Bhakti Yoga, you will live in a sense of achievement. There are no achievements in the world. There are no achievements. There is no success in the world. Success and all are very temporary affairs. You should not get conditioned with success. Krishna never thought that he is a successful man. Success, the word success is for a very average man, a very common man. Gautama, when he got enlightened, yeah, success. He never said, Eureka, I got it. No, he was not excited. Composed, okay, calm, yeah, I realized. Mahavir, Shirdi Baba, all these, Gnaneshwar, all these masters are composed. They are not excited. They have surrendered to cosmic consciousness. They never prayed to any god. Please understand that. They never prayed. They resonated with them. They vibrated with them. They have become gods. So, we have to become gods. Now we are premature gods without practice. Now with the practice of the 4 yogas, Jnana Yoga, that is intent, Raj Yoga, that is meditation, Karma Yoga, that is energy conservation, Bhakti Yoga, that is detachment. Intent, meditation, energy conservation and detachment. With these 4 methods, the 4 yogas have to be practiced in every single day. That is the way of life. That is the real yoga. Then only you become yogi. If you practice only one, only meditation, or only intent, only detachment, no, you are only quarter. You have become full. Only yogi is a full man, a complete man, a holistic man, an enlightened man. Okay? So, time goes like this. Let me stop here. Thank you very much. And I wish you all to become wonderful yogis. And I wish you all to live like gods. Thank you very much.